Welcome to Adala's Backyard Garden. Today we are going to talk about the Moringa plant, how we can care for the Moringa plants, how to start Moringa plants from seeds, what are the advantages of pruning, and also how to care for it in winter. I'm going to share an experiment that I did with these seeds that I picked up from the supplements aisle of a grocery store nearby. I was super excited when I saw these seeds and wanted to try them in my garden. Even though these seeds are not sold for gardening purposes, I just wanted to give it a try. So here I am sowing these seeds in my container. I took a lot of seeds just to see if any sprout. And when you sow the Moringa seeds, make sure you sow them deep because these are big seeds and you want the roots to grow well. In this container, I have used my homemade compost. Moringa will thrive and will grow vigorously if you use good quality compost in your containers. Also, in containers, there is a risk of running out of nutrients. Therefore, when you plant your plant, make sure you use very good quality compost and soil mix. I planted these seeds on July 14th. Notice that I have not soaked these seeds. Hence, I am going to give it a thorough watering. Now, this is taken on July 20th and you can see many of the seeds have sprouted and they look like healthy saplings. Since Moringa is a tropical plant, it grows amazingly well in hot conditions. Now, this is the progress after a few more days. This is the update on July 29th, which is 15 days after we sowed the seeds. Many of the seeds have sprouted and it looks like very healthy plants. Now I'll be using these for the greens. At this stage, you can separate your saplings. I would use a 40% compost, 60% potting soil mix. Also, the quality of your compost will determine the growth that you get in your Moringa plants. They are vigorous growers and they love hot weather. Those are the only two things they need for a good growth. Other than the saplings I started, I have 3 Moringa plants in pots. These are the 2 that I started from seed around end April. And you can see now they are 4 to 5 feet tall. They are doing pretty good. I have a third Moringa plant which is in a Costco container and it is 8 feet tall. This plant was left outside in the yard last year just as an experiment. It did come up, but I think it could have done better if it was in my garage. I'm expecting to see some flowers in the month of August and also some pods. Since the Moringa plant is a tropical plant, in the winters it cannot survive outside. And so what I do is I prune my plant and I will keep it in my garage. As an experiment, I'm going to prune the plant on the right to see if I could have more branches in that plant. And I'm also doing it to get more greens out of the plant. I will include clips of this plant after pruning and the progress it has made. In the meantime, I'm going to add some homemade compost onto these pots and you can see that the homemade compost is so rich. It is deep brown in color and it will give the nutrients that this plant needs for the coming months. I also add a handful of all-purpose fertilizer with high nitrogen to give the plant a boost. After top dressing the plants with homemade compost, I water these plants thoroughly. I also mulch the plants with dried fall leaves. One of the issues that I've seen with my Moringa plants that are in pots is that the leaves turn yellow. If the lower leaves are yellow, that's fine because they are the older leaves. But if the newer ones are also slightly yellow, then you might want to see if it has nitrogen deficiency. And I'll always top dress it with compost if I see that. Now this is the pruned plant after 7 days and you can see the branches that are growing. There are 2 new branches that are coming up and here you can see after a few more days how well they are growing and they seem to be healthy. All three of my Moringa are in containers that are not that big. I know of a lot of friends who grow Moringa in pots and still they get a lot of pods from their Moringa plant. So this is an encouragement for those who dwell in apartments that they can still grow Moringa and enjoy the fruits. I have pruned this plant just to get some more greens from my plant. I would typically prune my plants only in the beginning of the season. If you are looking for pods, I think you should not prune the plant right now and let it produce flowers and then seeds. 17 days after pruning the plant, we can see 1 feet plus of growth in the plant, and we will also be able to get more greens out of this plant now. Thank you for watching this video on Moringa, and if you like these kind of videos, please like, share, subscribe and comment down below and let us know what you would like to see.